Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is good to see you guys as usual. Tonight, I wanted to talk to you guys about something. As you can tell by the title, in this video, we are going to be talking about sleep paralysis because I have had it a few times. I'd say I've had it a number like 8 to 9 times. It's terrifying, and I would like to talk about it. I see some people talk about it, but not many, and nobody really knows why this happens or talks about how scary it is when it happens. So I wanted to talk to you guys about it, read some theories, read someone's experience, and tell you about my experiences and stuff like that. So if you would like to watch this video and learn more about sleep paralysis, then go ahead and just keep watching.
Ain't no love like a real love, but it goes so fast, all tied up like a captive. I'm on to you, used to pay to my love life, sending the rainbows, playing it cool. I don't felt this in ages, and I've no more patience, so won't you please stay a bit longer? You're making me stronger, making me stronger. Stay a bit longer. You're making me stronger, making me stronger. You're stronger.
Alright, so sleep paralysis, first of all, what is it? So I have the actual definition right here. Sleep paralysis is a feeling of being conscious but unable to move. It occurs when a person passes between the stages of wakefulness and sleep. During these transitions, you will be unable to move or speak, in some cases breathe, up to a few seconds, some cases a few minutes. Some may feel pressure or a sense of choking. Sleep paralysis may accompany other sleeping disorders. So, basically what it's saying is it's terrifying. So, with my first experience, I remember the first time I ever had it, I remember the first time I had it, and I was in the bed with my mom, actually, and I just woke up, and I couldn't move, and I couldn't breathe, and it felt like something was sitting on top of me, literally. So I start freaking out because I can't move. You're literally paralyzed. It's terrifying because you feel like you're dying, honestly. You're paralyzed. You cannot move. So I start freaking out. And then finally I'm like, okay, and I stay still and it goes away. So after that experience, I was absolutely terrified, and I turned to one of my friends who had had it many times, and he talked to me about it. Sadly, he ended up ending his life a few years ago. This happened a few years ago. It was probably in 2017. But he was very sweet, and he stayed on FaceTime with me all night long because I was too scared to go to sleep the next night because I was scared I was going to have sleep paralysis again. And he told me different ways to not, or to try to prevent it. So I'll tell you guys, if you guys experience it, here are some ways to prevent it that I've heard of. And they help me, so I don't know, they might help you. So, sleep with a Bible under your pillow. I remember he told me to do that, and I started doing that every single night, and it really helped me. I didn't have it again, and I ended up having it again later on, but after I started doing that, it did help, and it made me feel more safe. So, sleep with a Bible under your pillow if you are religious or whatever you believe. Another thing, do not sleep on your back and do not sleep on your stomach. Those are two ways you are a lot more likely to get sleep paralysis, because if you're sleeping on your back, you can easily feel like something is sitting on top of you and you become paralyzed. If you're sleeping on your stomach, you can easily become paralyzed in your sleep as well. So, so describing sleep paralysis in my way, I would say, you wake up, but at first you're not really aware that you're awake. You still think that you're in a dream. But then I start to realize I'm awake. And you can't move. So of course you're paralyzed and everything. So that's terrifying. So of course your brain is going to turn this into a nightmare. It's not going to be a happy, yay, awesome dream because you're paralyzed. It's going to be very scary, especially if it's your first time ever having it. You're going to be terrified. So your brain turns it into a nightmare. But you're still in your dream, so it's turning into a nightmare. And some people will see things, they will experience things like getting on top of them and holding them down, like terrifying things. Thank God, knock on wood, it's never happened to me when I've had it, but I'll tell you guys about my experiences. But yeah, it's just very, very scary, and I would not wish it on anybody. There's been people that have committed suicide because of having sleep paralysis so much, and they didn't know what to do about it. There was nothing to help them. Scientists can't really figure out why it's happening, why this happens, why is it like, and there's theories to it, of course. Some of the theories, some people believe that it's real, that what you're seeing is real, and that it is a demonic entity or demonic force that has came into your space and is holding you down or pinning you down or scaring you. And a demon can take the form of your biggest fears. It feeds off of your fear. So when you're having sleep paralysis, I do honestly believe, in my opinion, I believe it's something very, very dark. I believe that it is terrifying, and it's definitely not brought on by something positive. I believe that it is brought on by something very, very dark and demonic. And how you know that is when you're having sleep paralysis and then you say Jesus and you come out of it. That just shows it is a dark, dark thing that is doing this to you. And it's terrifying. It's terrifying to think about. The first time I had it, like I said, I was terrified to go to sleep for a few nights. I only would sleep in the daytime. So freaking scared. Then, actually, I didn't have it again for a long, long time. And then I had it a lot while I was in the hospital. And, you know, I didn't start having it until I was about 16, 17. So I didn't have it when I was younger. I did have like nightmares and night terrors where I would wake up screaming from a nightmare and stuff like that. I've always just been very terrified of anything like dark or scary. I've never been able to really watch scary movies. I've just always been scared of stuff like that. And now, here recently, I watched Reese on YouTube, and I've told you guys about her. She does the most interesting videos about the most interesting paranormal things. If you guys would like to watch her, I will link her channel down below. Go watch her if you want to. She's very, very positive, and she talks about these, you know, very horrible negative things, but she's so positive and she brings light and love when she talks about it. So I think it's really cool what she does. But yeah, you should definitely go check out her channel. She talks about a lot of stuff, and she's a lot more popular than I am. But anyways, you know, I just have had it a few different times, and I've learned that if you struggle, it's going to get worse. So I've learned that when you wake up and you're having sleep paralysis, you stay still. You do not panic. I always will panic there for 1 second because I won't know what's going on. And then I'll realize, oh, I'm paralyzed. I can't move. But if I stay still, it will go away. And I always try to remember to say Jesus, and you will come right out of it. Right out of it. I swear. It just shows that, light and love is so much more powerful than this dark force of whatever it is. And if you guys have watched Tana Mongeau, whatever how you pronounce her name, I like her a lot. I watch her videos a lot and stuff. But if you guys have seen her video, how she got her bruises, I will also link that video down below because it is absolutely terrifying. So basically, she talks about how she has sleep paralysis. And she talks about how she only has it in her bed and how it's so dark, and she sees this dark figure and it comes and sits on her. And the one time the dark figure was sitting on top of her, and it was squeezing her arms like this, like just squeezing and clawing into her arms. And it was a girl demon entity thing. So she woke up with bruises on her arms, which is absolutely terrifying because people say, oh, it's fake. You're just imagining this in your sleep. But if you're waking up with bruises and you know what happened, I don't think it's fake, honestly. Tell me what you guys think down below in the comments. Do you guys think sleep paralysis is like what you see? Do you think it's real? Do you think it's dark? What do you guys think? Because I definitely think it's something dark, and it's something there to scare you. It is not there for comfort or to help you or anything positive at all. It's all negative energy completely, and it's just so terrifying, and I wish that none of you ever experience it, and if you have, I'm so sorry. So I'm going to tell you about my most recent experience with it. So my most recent experience, I was laying in my bed, and I was kind of scared because I had been watching some of Reese's videos. And when I first started watching her videos, I actually got really, really scared, and I was like traumatized there for a little bit, and I was like, I don't need to watch her videos anymore, like they were really scaring me. But then I realized like she always is so positive and like spreads, light and love and everything, and always says, she doesn't say the names of some of the things that she talks about, and she's just very careful about what she says, and I like that, and I just find it interesting, like what she talks about and stuff. But anyways, so I was a little bit scared that night, and I had a bad dream, and I was trying to wake myself up. I don't know if you guys know, like when you have a bad dream and you're trying to wake yourself up, what I'll do is in my dream I'll either jump up and down really fast, or I'll shake my head like this, trying to wake myself up, and it usually always works. But this time I was trying to wake myself up, and I woke myself up, but I was paralyzed, and I was just laying there in my bed, and I was on my side for once, and I'm usually never on my side if I had sleep paralysis. Every single time I'm either on my back or stomach, and I've noticed that's why everyone says to try and lay on your sides, because you're less likely to get it if you do that. But I was laying there, and I realized this is sleep paralysis. Well, oh shit, like I'm scared. I always get terrified, and I always try to yell for my mom. Every single time I try to yell, I try to scream, but you can't do anything because you are completely paralyzed. And some people, I haven't heard many people say this, but I physically can't breathe when it happens to me. Sometimes I literally cannot breathe, and when I wake up, I like gasp for air, because I was so scared. But anyways, so this happened very recently. It was like a week and a half ago. So the sleep paralysis is going on. It happened, it feels like forever, but it probably went on for about a minute, and I was laying there and I just heard like whispers. All I could hear was whispers, just whispers, and I was so scared. I was like, oh no, like I was terrified that something was going to pop up in front of me. That's always my biggest fear, that something's gonna come up in front of me and like jump on me, or any type of negative entity or anything like that. I'm always scared that something like that's gonna happen, so I try to keep my eyes closed until it goes away. So like I said, I just heard the whispering and everything, and I was just I was laying there and I started praying. Like I couldn't move my mouth or anything, but I was praying like, please let me go, please let me go. And it went away, and I ran to my mom's room and I slept with my mom. I sleep with my mom a lot. I've always had a huge fear of sleeping alone, of being alone at nighttime. I'm a scaredy cat, okay? I'm scared of ghosts and stuff like that. Just anything paranormal, it terrifies me because you can't see it usually, and when you can, it's pretty freaky. And these, like, it can be a positive spirit, like an angel, or just a positive spirit, someone that's passed away or something, or it could be a very negative entity / demon or whatever, and you never want that, ever. So you have to be very careful about what you say, what you do, because you never, ever, ever want to invite anything negative into your home. And I'm telling you this because I have watched a lot of stuff and heard a lot of stories of people who accidentally invited something evil into their home, and after that, their lives were never the same. So you have to be very, very careful about what you do, what you say, what games you play. Never play with a Ouija board. Never play any games to provoke or mock a demon or negative spirit, ever. Don't ever do that. It's very, very, very dangerous. And there's people that have literally died unexplainably. And I can do videos on those cases. This stuff really interests me. So while I'm in the hospital, I'm going to be doing a lot of research and a lot more videos on people or hauntings or paranormal things or conspiracy theory videos, anything you guys want to see. Just comment down below what you want me to talk about, and I will write a list and I will do a video on it. I would love to do a conspiracy video. I would love to do more paranormal videos. But anyways, back to the sleep paralysis. This is another thing about the sleep paralysis. People see scary things because your brain is paralyzed and it turns into a nightmare. There is a difference between sleep paralysis and night terrors. So, yeah, night terrors, you're just going to wake up screaming, terrified from, whatever dream you had. But sleep paralysis, of course, you're paralyzed, you're scared, you can't do anything. Yeah, it's just honestly terrifying. And I'm going to read one person's experience that I felt like reading. I just want to show you what they said. It's not very long. It's pretty short, because I didn't want to read like a big, long essay. Of course, I can read you guys some stories and stuff, but I'm going to read you what they said. Something whispered in my ear is what it's called. Something whispered in my ear. I've never had any visual encounters, but when it happened the first time, I was laying on my left side and started to feel pressure on my chest. When I realized I was paralyzed I started to panic. Something whispered in my ear, just coming in to say goodnight. That's when I felt something was pushing me towards the edge of my bed. It scared the shit out of me. It scared the shit out of me, that's what it said. That's just terrifying. To hear something whisper in your ear or to see anything like that is terrifying to think about. I'm grateful I've never seen anything, and when I did hear the whispers, it was nothing I could hear. All I could hear was mumbling, but it is absolutely terrifying, and like I said, wouldn't wish it on anyone. So if you do experience this, like I said, my tips are keep a Bible under your pillow, say a prayer every night before you go to bed if you believe in God or whatever religion you believe. Try to sleep on your sides. Don't sleep on your back or stomach because you're more likely to have it if you do that. Do not play any games or provoke any type of negative spirit because that is very dangerous. Just don't ever do it. Just be careful, and if you are having sleep paralysis, like I said, say Jesus or say something in that realm of things, and it helped me, and it helped other people. Tana, she said it helped her completely. Like the demon that was on her disintegrated as soon as she said Jesus. So say that, and God has got you. And light and love and positivity and God always win. Negativity always loses. Always. You just got to be careful about what you do because some things are very strong. But like I said, nothing is stronger than light. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to see more videos like this, comment down below on what you would like me to talk about. If you would like me to do videos on conspiracy theories, I know you guys commented that you wanted me to do that. So I need some conspiracy theories to talk about. So please comment below and tell me conspiracy theories to talk about, and I will. I will tell you guys my opinions on them. I know a lot of people talk about the same theories, but I can tell you my opinions on them and just stuff like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I love you guys so much, and always spread positivity and always be a nice person, and please just be a nice person because there are very, very mean people out here in this world, and you don't need to be one of them. Just try and stay positive. I try to stay as positive as I can being in this hospital, and you know, it gets boring, and it gets hard, definitely. Quick little update, my PFTs went down today like by 6%. They were 62% today, so they went down from 68, so that sucks. I don't know what they'll want to do. I don't know if they're going to want to do another bronc or what. I will keep you guys updated as usual, but yeah, just wanted to let you guys know. But I love you guys, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell down below so you are updated every time I upload a video. And I love you guys, my salt babies or salt babes or whatever you guys would like me to call you. I usually call you my salt babes. So peace out to my salt babes. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video.